Hello and welcome to Dan Talks United. Again, disappointing match. Chance to go fifth in the league, and what happens? Go 1-0 ahead and let West Ham come back. So, yet again, feels like a loss even though it's a draw. So, let's get into the first half. So, was a quicker start, faster start than normal, but only marginally better than I'd say against Palace, because Palace was horrendous in that first half. And obviously, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, to be fair, come on to him later on, but played well. Got a cutback early doors, and we were almost going down 1-0 to West Ham. Then going on from there, quite a good sort of set piece from a corner with Mbumo linking up with Bruno. Bit of a cutback and a nice curling effort from Mbumo, but keeper was equal to it. Xerxes expected that he was going to play better in this game after scoring, but again, unfortunately, looking like he's just not up to the Premier League standard in terms of pace and strength and you name it. You could say we looked a bit better with the build-up overall, but again, still lacked that little bit of urgency for me. So going into the second half, I feel that they did play a little bit better in that second half. Early sub with Heaven going off after getting that yellow card, and Yoro comes on. Did sort of worry about what Yoro was going to be like, because obviously he's made a couple of mistakes in the last game. Just really just don't know what to say with this team. It's like I say, you've got that opportunity to climb up the table, put a bit of pressure on the rivals, because Chelsea lost against Leeds, which was a bit of a shocking result, and Liverpool they drew. So yeah, you just think, right, we've got the opportunity now. In fact, Liverpool win? Actually, Liverpool won. So we still had that chance to climb up that table and start to put the pressure on, like your Chelsea, for example. Obviously, we're not going to get anywhere near Arsenal. Arsenal are the consistent team this season. Nobody's really picking up that consistent run at the moment. Even with City, they're second and not far behind Arsenal, but they're still dropping points here and there. So, like I say, every time we've got that chance to capitalise, we just don't seem to be able to do it. It's just, yeah. So anyway, second half, it looks like we're going to do okay. There's a bit of a shot from Casemiro, a bit of a scuffed shot, gets deflected. Lovely control, to be fair, for Dalot. Sort of kills the ball dead in the area, takes a second, picks his spot, puts it in the other side where the keeper's going to go to his left, and he puts it in the keeper's right. And you think, right, 1-0 up, let's go. And then for me, has Amorim messed up with the subs again? Because I'm struggling to think of a time where his subs have actually worked, and this is the problem for me. Now, I am not Amorim out at this stage, but I'm struggling. Really struggling to think of any positives when you've got a match like this. This is an opportunity, like I say. We're at home. We're playing against West Ham. Okay, it's Nuno, who's decent coach, organises his teams well. But for me, they haven't been playing well at West Ham. They didn't really have much up front for me. I mean, Bowen, I said before the game, the preview, that it'd be someone to watch, a dangerous player. But I didn't think he played that well. He had moments here and there, but for me, I just don't see where the attack was coming from, or even the goal was coming from for West Ham. And I just don't know how this has happened. And I think, like I say, we went a bit negative with those subs. He was shutting up shop early doors, and for me, you just want to keep going. And I think Cunha had more in the tank for me, and I think keeping him on, driving with the ball, attacking West Ham, that would have been the thing to do, just to keep him on a bit longer and just to keep that intensity going. And I just thought you're bringing on Ugarte, who you've clearly not shown much confidence in, and it was quite. I mean, to be fair, he didn't do anything particularly wrong, but it didn't help the cause. Wasn't that fault for the goal or anything like that, but I just felt that we just needed to keep that intensity. And sometimes when it comes to keeping that lead, it's all about keeping the ball, it's all about attacking, it's all about making that attack be your defence in a sense. And I think if you're submissive and you're showing a little bit of weakness where you're thinking, right, I'm shutting up shop, even though you're Manchester United and you're playing at home, you're going to give West Ham some confidence. And I think set pieces, we have got better at set pieces, but that wasn't good today in regards to the defending overall. So, just a few talking points. Just looking at a couple of chats there. So, I've got David from David Speaks Football. Yep, I agree. It has been shocking today. Similar to what I've just been saying there, David, as well, that I've been trying my best to get behind this coach because I really like the coach. I like how he speaks. I like the fact that, in regards to his formation, it's something different, obviously, for Manchester United, but I was willing to get behind it because end of the day, we all want to go back to 4-3-3, but it wasn't working under Ten Hag, for example. It worked for a bit under Ole, but it doesn't seem to matter which coach we have, which formation now that we have, nothing seems to work. But I really do want Amorim to be successful, but it's just not looking that way. And like I say, it's just horrible to feel this way where we haven't lost, but it just feels like a loss. So yeah, just again, couple of talking points for me with West Ham. To be fair, a couple of players that I normally do top three players for Manchester United after each game. I don't even think I can do that today, but I can put as in top three players for the match itself. I can definitely say that Aaron Wan-Bissaka played out of his skin. Probably trying to make a point because obviously he used to play for us, but he played really well, and I think he did both sides of the game pretty well. Didn't really rate him at Manchester United when it comes to attacking. I always felt he looked a bit clumsy and awkward, and I'm not saying he didn't look that way today, but he was still effective in both boxes. Attacking wise, he was fine. A few crosses, that sort of cut back early on, and then some really last-ditch tackles that we're used to seeing from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and that's why we called him the Spider, because he just wraps his legs round. It looks like it's a penalty from certain angles, but when you actually see it, he just gets the ball cleanly. I thought that Freddie Potts, playing in their midfield, was a decent player. Again, maybe we just made him look decent, but he was all action. I just wish our midfield was all action. And just lastly, I've already mentioned it, but just poor defending overall, and that just needs to improve. It's just a shame, and we definitely missed Delict today, and obviously Slabhead. But ultimately, it's about, did Amorim get his substitutions wrong, and I think he did. Now, there's no problem with the substitutions, or a couple of substitutions that he's made. He just needed to make them a bit later, and I think, like I say, it's sort of we've sort of conceded there, really. Um, so how did we play overall? So I sort of covered that anyway, really. Again, first half marginally better than the Palace game. There was the odd sort of interchange, odd play, where that's another thing as well. I'm thinking Mbumo feels like he's been impacted by this poor form as well. It's like it's a virus. Sort of Bruno was the sort of last player or the only player that wasn't impacted by this. And okay, it's probably a combination of the position he's playing in, but it just isn't there for me. And I just think Mbumo's just dropped ever so slightly. However, like I say, first half, there was some good play here and there. Ahmad and Boomo linked up here and there, but again, it's just that sort of half chances, pot shots, that sort of thing. Second half, slightly better. Like I say, we get the goal. So I'm just going to quickly just look at some stats. So again, not into stats. It's debatable with stats. Good and bad, depending on how you interpret them. But again, looking at this now, we had 65% possession, which you'd expect at home. You'd expect more possession than West Ham, put it that way. But what does it do for you when you don't capitalise on it? Expected goals, again, 1.56 to their 0.77. Total shots, 17, but again, a lot of them are just blocked shots, wayward shots. Hardly any shots on target for me, really. So as you can see there, there's 4 shots on target to their 3. And then 3 big chances for us and 2 for them. So just coming on to defensive actions again, all that's in blue down the West Ham side there. So you can sort of tells a story there, how we've performed. And this is FootMob, by the way. I'm just looking at the stats for the game today. And strangely again, Bruno sort of tops the charts again somehow. But again, it's all about that creating chances, which he always seems to do. But wasn't great with his finishing today, I must add. So that's FootMob. So, yeah, next game. Next game is Wolves at Molineux. It's hard to know what to expect, really. So obviously you'd expect to win at home, especially against West Ham. Now we're going away. Amorim, surely we can't lose against Wolves. They are the whipping boys. Everybody's been beating them this season. I've even seen The Athletic doing a piece that they're possibly the worst team that we've seen in the Premier League. Not looking great, so we have to get a win there. Right, just a short stream. It's late with the late kickoff Thursday night. Be doing another video to preview the Wolves game. So, as always, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe if you're new. Please like. Please share. And I will see you on the next one.